Hi, my name is Phương Anh. This is my homework. 1. Do you like watching TV? Of course, although I don't spend as much time on it as used to it. I still find television enjoyable because it allows me to relax after a busy day. I also like the fact that watching TV with my family can bring us closer together, since we often sit together and share our thoughts about the programs. 2. How much time do you spend watching TV? On average, I spend around 1 or 2 hours a day in front of the TV. I try not to watch for too long because I know it can be addictive and waste a lot of time. Instead, I balance it with other activities like reading or exercising. However, on weekends, I sometimes watch a bit more, especially if there is a good movie and or a football match. 3. When do you usually watch TV? I normally watch TV in the evening after dinner when I have finished studying. It's kind of a routine for me because it helps me relax before going to bed. Occasionally, if I have time during the day, I might also watch some news or a short program, but evenings are the most common time. 4. What type of TV programs do you like watching? Personally, I enjoy documentaries, especially about nature and science, because they are both informative and entertaining. They broaden my knowledge about the world. I also like travel shows because they allow me to see new cultures and beautiful places without leaving home. When I feel tired, I watch comedies or game shows because they are light-hearted and make me laugh. 5. What type of TV programs are popular in your country? In my country, reality shows are very popular, especially those involving music or cooking competitions. Many families also enjoy dramas, which are usually broadcast during prime time in the evening. Sports programs, particularly football, attract a huge audition tour because football is the most loved sport here. 6. Why do children like watching TV? I think children love watching TV because it is visually attractive. Cartoons and kids shows are full of bright colors, lively music, and funny characters which capture their imagination. In addition, TV can be an easy way for them to relax after school. For example, when I was a child, I often watched Tom and Jerry, and it always made me laugh. 1. How often do you email? I use email almost every day, mainly for school and sometimes for personal reasons. For instance, I often receive announcements from my university and send assessments to my teachers by email. I also use it to register for online surveys because it's the most common form of communication. 2. Why do most people in your country use email for? In my country, most people use email for professional purposes rather than personal communication. For example, companies send official documents and contracts via email, and students use it to communicate with professors for daily conversations. People prefer instant messaging apps like Facebook, Messenger, or Zalo, which are faster and more casual. 3. What are the advantages for email? In my opinion, the greatest advantage of email is speed and convenience. You can send messages instantly, no matter how far the recipient is. Another benefit is that you can attract files, such as photos or documents, which makes communication more efficient. For instance, I often use email to submit homework and receive feedback from my teachers. 4. Are there any disadvantages? Yes, there are a few. One disadvantage is spam or junk mail, which can be annoying and sometimes even dangerous if they contain virus. Another drawback is that email communication lacks a personal touch because you cannot see the other person's expressions or emotions. For example, an email may sometimes sound unfriendly even if that was the sender's intention. 5. Do you think that email will replace letter writing? I think email has already replaced traditional letter in many situations, especially in business and education. However, I don't believe handwritten letters will disappear completely. They are still meaningful for personal occasions like weddings or birthdays because they show effort and sincerity. I once received a handwritten card from a close friend, and it felt much more special than an email. Describe a monument that I like. I would like to talk about Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, which is one of the most important historical monuments in Vietnam. This monument is located in Ba Đình Square in the center of Hanoi. It was built to honor President Ho Chi Minh, who is considered the founding father of modern Vietnam. Every year, thousands of people, including both locals and tourists, visit the mausoleum to pay their respect. The mausoleum is a large rectangular building made mainly of granite. It looks very solemn and serious, with tall pillars in the front. Inside, there is a glass coffin where the body of President Ho Chi Minh is preserved. Around the monument, there are many green gardens and soldiers guarding the place, which makes it feel very respectful and peaceful. I I like this monument because it carries deep historical and cultural meaning for Vietnamese people. It's not only a place to remember President Ho Chi Minh but also a symbol of national pride and unity. I visited the mausoleum once during a school trip. I was really impressed by the atmosphere. It made me feel connected to my country's history and more thankful for the independence we have today. Thank you for listening.